recording. Pat, would you be kind enough to flip all the light switches, please? Thank you. Okay. Good morning again, everybody. Precept Sunday. So I talk about precepts today, and then we all talk about precepts together. So what was all this about? Precepts Renewal is a wonderful, wonderful thing, and I actually I was inspired. We had it's coming to an end, but the interfaith, one of the interfaith communities I spent time with, on Wednesday lunchtimes for a number of years. It started at the beginning of COVID as a response to COVID. We had midday respite. So for 30 minutes, it was like come together, somebody would speak for 10 or 15 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, and we had 5 or 10 minutes of silence, meditation, and then a discussion. And it was just a lovely little break. There's a Christian minister came on the other day, and he talked about the 10 Commandments, and he talked about them as oh goodness, a strategy for liberation. That's cool. Strategy for liberation. That's what these are. These are a strategy. These are reciting these and observing the precepts is a strategy. And yes, it's a strategy for liberation. And that's, if you will, at the supramundane level. They're also just a strategy for being happy and living a life without regret. So I'm just going to talk through them a little bit with some thoughts. And the 5 remembrances. I am of the nature to grow old. There is no way to escape growing old. These are at once, and then the last one, my actions are my only true belongings. These are at once a statement of absolute submission and surrender, absolute acceptance, absolute vulnerability. I'm of the nature to grow old. There's nothing I can do to stop that. And at the same time, they're a statement of absolute and profound responsibility. My actions are my only true belongings. I cannot escape the consequences of my actions. My actions are the ground upon which I stand. So on the one hand, there's full acceptance. And then on the other hand, there's complete responsibilities. That's beautiful and rather subtle. The other thing that jumps out to me as I look at it from that standpoint, I am of the nature to grow old. There is no way to escape growing old. The first is a statement with an I. Once I start crystallizing, once I start seeing a self, the problem is identifying a self. The problem is this crystallization of identity. Once I start seeing a self, it's going to go old. It's going to get sick. It's going to die. It's going to suffer. Once I start seeing that. And then the second half of each of these statements is a purely objective statement. There is no way to escape growing old. There is no way to escape ill health. That's just a description of reality. There's no I in there. It's just a description of reality. It's unavoidable. The 3 refuges. I take refuge in Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. There's complete safety when that happens. If we truly take refuge in Buddha, truly, completely, utterly, if we completely surrender into that, if you will, taking refuge in Buddha is to realize we really are Buddha. Each of us and all of us. We really are Buddha. That's all there is. The rest is the I starting to show up. All there really is Buddha. So there's absolute peace and safety if we really, truly, deeply take refuge in Buddha. The Dhamma is really a surrogate for Buddha. It's the way that the teachings are put forward to us. It's the way we can understand and learn about Buddha. So the same is true of the Dhamma. We truly take refuge in Dhamma. There's complete peace, complete safety. And Sangha, if you can really entrust yourself to this wonderful, wonderful group of people, it's completely safe. Complete peace. The 3 pure precepts. I vow to make every effort to embody non-violence and non-harm. A vow is a really strong thing to do. To make every effort is a really strong thing. This is serious stuff. What we're doing when we state the 3 pure precepts is we say, this really matters to me. Now, it then becomes sort of subjective, if you will, as to what every effort and how we actually live it. But the statement itself is simply saying, this is really important to me. I vow to make every effort. And what is really important is seeing truth. Truth as in complete compassion as well. The two are the same thing. I vow to wake up to my true nature, to live in accordance with what is true. I vow, what's the third one? To make every effort to live and be lived for the benefit of all beings. That's seeing the deep nature of truth is I am all beings. It's not to say I'm not here as well, but in that diversity and that separateness, there is also unity. So I am all beings. So why would I not make every effort to live and be lived for the benefit of all beings? Why would I not want all beings to be happy? So it's a statement of how incredibly important this is. And from the framework that I started this, how incredibly important this is as a framework for liberation and as a framework for a happy and peaceful life. How can I possibly have a happy and peaceful life if I don't do this? I'm reminded of a statement by Rabbi Hillel. Rabbi Hillel, this is reasonably well known in some circles, but Rabbi Hillel was asked to stand on one foot and recite the Torah. He stood on one foot. He said, love the Lord thy God above all else, love thy neighbor as thyself. All the rest is commentary. Put his foot down and walked off. That's it, right? It really is it. So the pure precepts, they're in that realm of love the Lord thy God above all else. This is the most important thing. And it's stated in a way that, and I will not accept second best. This is the aspiration. This is what I know will make me happy. And I'm not going to go for second best. I'm committed to this. So then we get to the 5 training precepts. And if you like, these are the commentary. They're training precepts. This is how we live it out. It's the details. And they're really important. I'm not diminishing them, but they are the commentary. They're not the big, bold statements. These are the practical activities by which we live this out, and where we struggle with what does this really mean? How do we really do this? The vowing not to kill and not to condone others killing, vowing not to engage in exploitation, stealing, and oppression, and condone others doing the same. These are all ways that we live it out in this world of this messy world. So these are the commentary that we use to enable and act out this very bold strategy, which is a strategy for liberation and a strategy for a happy life. So those are my thoughts for you today. I will